Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of our isolated city here in City Skylines, where we expanded the import and export to that next stage. We're gearing up for a brand new industrial area and we're placed in so much freaking zoning for residential and commercial last episode that we're kind of going through a little bit of a boom. Well, today I want to try and get all the infrastructure all kind of finished off. I want to get the new metro lines all connected. I actually want to build a brand new park in this new area just to kind of help the residents. Otherwise, they're going to be swamped by industry. And that's not going to go too well on the old lungs, is it, guys? So, guys, if you do enjoy this, want to see more of this isolated city here in City Skylines, make sure you smash the like button down below. If you're new around here, make sure you do subscribe so you get notified when that next episode does come out. But we are back, and this is what we got done. The beautiful peninsulas. So we kind of got recently set up our import-export for the cargo ships. We added in 2 brand new ones over here, which are going to be for our big industrial industry that we're going to be building. We also now have the ability to, like I said, import exports from here. So we just need more stops dotted around to be able to kind of really take advantage of it, which I'm quite excited about, believe it or not. So many things that we need to do, boys. Many things that we need to do, and we also need to work with this area. Now, we zoned so much of this last episode, and we're still waiting for it to all kind of grow. But we also got in place where we're going to have our next metro lines kind of running from. So I'm going to try and place down a couple right now to kind of get the routes connected. It's mainly this one here. We'll have one down here where it kind of terminates at the moment. I don't know whether I want it to kind of go over a full line or whether I might have it kind of change up from that direction. I don't know. It's still a bit of a tough one to kind of decide. But I want to make some great connectivity. Actually, no. I'll end it there, and the next one will be over here. And we'll use buses to connect them all up. That is the obvious choice. Now, am I running out of water? I believe so. And I'm going to say it. And I say it every time I have to place down another one of these. We really need to sort out a water treatment plant. I say it every time, don't we? I might as well take care of the sewage while I'm at it. There we go. So that will kind of see us along for a little bit longer. How long, I honestly don't know. The sewage a lot longer than this, but hey-ho. So first things first then, I actually want to design where I want my little park to go. Now, I want it in a place where we're going to really take advantage of the walkability to work and back. So what I think I'm going to do is, if I go raw real quick, just select the road that we've kind of been using. If I go up to maybe a... Is 50 too much? I reckon 50 will be fine. If I cut across here, right down to here, and if I delete it, and this is probably one of the bigger parks that I'm creating so far, build it within this rectangle. Reason is it because you have the 3 roads that come from the main 4-lane road. The 2 on the outside go up perfectly. This one going up will be the park entrance path to the end. We have the kind of transport here for the metro line switching happening there, and then we'll dot around some offices so the dirty pollution doesn't spread to the trees, and then build our dirty industry around, and it'll be a great transition. Might pick up some extra pennies with people walking through to get to work. Oh, this could be good. This could be glorious. This is where we are going to build it, which will then allow me to go ahead and... Oh, I didn't mean to place you there. Allow me to go ahead and just design more roadworks and whatnot and get everything else all underway. So the actual logistics behind the design that I'm going for, I'm not too sure how we're going to technically finalize it all, but you can kind of see how it's now all going to go about and how it's all going to work. So I could do stuff going straight across there. I mean, I could do a 20 there and then come straight down, because I would like to kind of change the pattern every so often, just to kind of make the traffic be slightly divided. So rather than coming straight across there, you might just drive straight down, hit the higher speed 4-lane road. Is it a 4-lane road? No, it's just a higher speed normal road to kind of get to where they want to get to. So you can kind of see how we're kind of playing around with these ideas. I'm going to do the same here as well. 20. Bam. And then just do it this way. It's easy to do it this way, isn't it? 20 again. Just to kind of mimic stuff that we kind of got going on. This will kind of work. It will kind of work. Right, let me get this little city park set up, and then we'll do all the public transport after this. So we need our main gate, which we're going to place down just here. It's called Summit Park as well. There's no summits here. They're lying to us, boys. They're lying to us right now. And then we're going to get the park area set up. Doesn't really matter. I might just go big. Now, the great thing about it, it does provide a little bit of leisure to the surrounding area. You can already see the buildings turning green before I add anything else to it. That's why I love doing those types of parks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this straight through just to there, just so I can see where the side gate is going to go. It's going to go here. So then we'll start placing some around the edges right now. And try and make this park as connected and as give it the ability to pass through as much as possible. Well, that one's meant to go here. So people are more likely to use it. Alright. So go right down to there. Bam, bam. Bam. Oh, I'm missing them one there as well. So let's get all these set up. Right, this is kind of going to be a little bit annoying, but I'm going to have to just simply drag this one all the way through. Straight in. How dare you? How dare you ruin my beautiful setups right now? So I'm missing two just here. I've got to quickly squeeze in. So if I wanted to, I could actually build schools around here and get them to walk completely through it. Had to kind of anarchy that one in there, which is kind of a bit awkward. And then we just simply tear through straight down, and these should then all line up. Oh, that's turned off. No wonder it's going a bit funky. No wonder it's going a bit funky, boys. I might have some stuff that's not fully connected then. No, it looks kind of okay. It looks okay. So I think we're kind of getting away with the majority of this. So very gritty. It follows the natural lines of the roads, which is kind of crazy as well. But that's perfect. That's exactly what we need for building a park. And I'm going to drop like everything down to really bulk it up to make sure it does get that 5-star rating, so we can pay or charge top dollar for people entering the park. It's exactly what we need and what we want. So, trampoline park right now. And then we drop down a bunch of gazebos in all the little other spaces that we got lying around. That one's completely turned the wrong way around. I'll fix that in just a moment. Bam, 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 bam. Right, that one random one that was slightly rotated wrong, it's now in. So that's quite a lot of entertainment value to level this up. So you probably won't see the full effect of this park until I start building the industrial area all around it. So at least it's in for now, and then we'll just see what happens as time goes on. So it's in. We haven't got to worry about it. Beautiful. I mean, you still get some people using it because of for the leisure and whatnot. But like I said, until you start getting stuff going through here, not very much is going to happen. Unless, because we don't have any of the services around here just yet, do we? Unless I start building some of the schooling around here. So high capacity elementary school, that wouldn't be a bad idea. And then is this the high capacity high school? Is it this one? Yes. Throw in there. Now I'm gonna have to slightly anarchy it through the road, or through the path. Unfortunately, it looks like the path goes under the building, which is kind of works. So having those in there, I'm gonna center this one a bit more. Will mean students will walk through the park, hopefully, to get to the schools. Now, university is still quite low for the capacity, but we have that one we built ourselves. I might build a second one in the future. We'll see how things go. But that would be a great addition for this area in terms of schooling. So it gives us the capacity for almost for both. I might build a second variation of each one. So build the high school there, the elementary school just here, to really give this area the kind of capacity that it needs in many ways. Right. Policing and healthcare and all that jazz, I do need to squeeze in because we were relying on that over there. And we'll use this area up here for the health system. So if I do a 5 and a 5 just here, I could build the brand new hospital. I'm actually going to build it just there. And then the crematoriums, we'll build 2 better ones just here. And that'll hopefully satisfy that need. Then we are going to need the emergency services from the fire departments and the policing. So for those, I'm actually going to place them. We've got 2 just placed over there. I mean, to be honest with you, I could just place it here and utilize this little space that we've got. So I've gone quite large in the capacity for these buildings to kind of supplement the whole area. And just cover them up like that. And then we should be good to go. I don't think we'll have any stresses, any dramas with these. And they'll do exactly what we need them to do. The only thing that I'm not going to do right now is the garbage. Now, I know a lot of them are complaining about the garbage. We don't have any garbage coverage in this whole area. Which I might set up something around here. Because it's within the industrial kind of section anyway. So it doesn't really affect us too much. But yeah, let's just go with this for now. And see what we can kind of get up to. So you might start seeing a bunch of people walking through here as they're now on their way to school. Are you on the way to school? Yes, going to the elementary school, which means I get ticket prices. Right, anyway, it's a scam, isn't it, guys? It's a complete scam. Right. Now that's done, and that, I mean, you won't see the full benefit of this until we start building the industrial area around it. But now that's in, let's take a look at the ways that we can now get people to and from this brand new area, which is public transport. We've got to get more and more of these damn folios in. So this one is obviously going to connect up. Obviously, a simple connection. Metro, where's the train track, the connection tool, there to there. And that will be its final stop. And then we won't add any more stops onto this one. We just might need to add an extra train or 2 on the go. So add that in like that. So rather than it kind of terminating, where's the line? Oh, you don't see it because I still got that connected, haven't I? Yeah. So move the stop down to here. So that's where it's going to terminate instead of the actual airport. Get that back in real quick. So that line, which happens to be line 5, which starts over here and then ends. Well, it comes back in itself, doesn't it? Kind of goes through all over here anyway. It looks like it could do with a potential room for 2 more trains. And the Airport Express, that, I mean, I don't want to change any of this, but 2 more trains, just kind of see what that kind of capacity does. But we'll see, because as we intertwine and get more on, it might change it up yet again. But that's going to terminate there. We're going to have another one here. And I think it just might be a standard one. I don't know if I want to do like a crisscrossy like that. Or anything like this. I think this, again, is pushing the boundaries too much. Something as simple as like this. I want to get it in because I want this to kind of come up, have a stop there, and then continue. So the line that kind of... I don't know if I'm going to crisscross this one either. I most likely am. I'm gonna, but I'll save it for now. Meaning that... See, if I did a crisscross one like that, the top line that comes across this way will terminate there, like this one does. And then we'll have like a 1 train stop going back and forth. Would that feel right? I mean, it's not a problem to me. But it's the positioning. It's the positioning and where we place it. Do I put it further down to kind of give a little bit more distance between the stops? Because I'm going to have in here the passenger harbour. So it does make sense to kind of have a stop nearby. Right, maybe I place the passenger harbour down first. And then get an idea where we're going to run all of this. So passenger harbour it's this one here. Which you can go in pretty fine. Now I just need to kind of set up a road to be able to connect to it a little bit easier. So, to be honest, I could actually do it down here. So going across, it's not going to be your perfect wham bam, thank you, man. I'm just trying to figure out ways in which we can really maximize the connectivity. I feel, you know, scrap all this. So I feel like I want it on the end here. But I don't know how to approach this. If I went by the 10, up by 7. So that's a 10. So basically I'm looking at a 20, aren't I? Like that. To kind of go around the end of it. If I drop that in here, like that. Right. Just bear with me a second. Just bear with me a second. And then we need to unhook the road. Bam. Alright, place this back in. There we go. The metro line. I don't know if I want to do this kind of staggered up and down here. Having such a large building. Because there's many other variations I can do this, but that will kind of work. Because again, this whole area might be an extension of the pedestrianised zone. I don't know yet. Yo, look at the amount of traffic now coming in with the vehicles. I really got to get more import and export areas set up, dotted around, and connect it all up going around in the loop as well. Right. So, if that's going to be the case, we then need to use the connection tool to get connected yet again. Now, this is lower than all of this, so we should be okay. Like that, and get a nice little wiggle on the go. So that connects there, which is completely lower than the train tracks. That runs up to here, which it's borderline in a straight line. So we'll do what we can to kind of create a wiggle to make it as efficient as we possibly can. Which is slightly reducing how much money it costs to actually build this line. And then for right now, all we're literally going to have... Oh, I keep forgetting to turn that off. All we're going to have is a stop from there up to here and back. Alright, and that's all that line will do. But then this one is the start of the complete full length, which starts there and will probably terminate in this one here when I turn it into a crisscross. But I need to build more of that in before I can do it. So complete the line just there. Another great way to be connected. Because it's going to work like this. How you have like the full line go all the way through. And then this line going all the way through. Then you have these lines that kind of just connect up the two. And that one kind of ends in. That's pretty much what's gonna kind of happen. And then this will kind of run down there. That'll run down there. We have the crisscrossing happening here. And so on and so on. It should be okay. Fingers crossed. Anyway. That's all in. So let me just quickly give it the water it needs. So I'm going to run this all the way across to here. Is it enough to kind of get both of them? There we go. And then it's going to need some power, which for now I'm just going to run across to here. Like that. Just so it's kind of working. It's now doing what it needs to do. So there's no need for it to kind of come over here just yet. Because there's not really anything for them to like I said, do unless they're transporting themselves to and from. We have traffic lights here that we kind of need to quickly sort out. Now with the aid of public transport and the kind of the advances and benefits that we've now done, hopefully it would then reduce some of the traffic. I know we're going to have the initial vehicles moving into the area. You've got to give them a little bit of time to do what they've got to do. But yeah, it should slowly start happening for us. Right, so while we wait for that to happen, I do need to get the additional cargo areas added in. So I did say for this one, I was going to put over on this side, and then for this one, we're going to put down here. This one is that one just there. So we've just got to figure out in where we want to kind of place these export areas. Now, I could place it all the way down here, or I could place it up here and integrate it underneath. Like we've done down there, and like we've done with this one. It's just like under the side, We've done it with the same with this one over here, and that one slightly anyway, so it just kind of makes sense to kind of place it around here where we're building. So if I was to do that, I could do something here with it. I could do something on the left. Right or left? If I did it there, I'm going to have that one there, feel a bit too close. Whereas that one there, that one, it's more likely to go here. Okay, it's more likely to go here. So if I utilize here, and let's go up by a 5. And I do this one here by a 5. And then we do a small little 5x5 bend. Same for this one. Five. Five by 5. Straight in. Is it too much to ask for a cargo stop here? No, that should work out pretty fine. Now, theoretically, they can just then run down their runs. I'm hoping it don't cause too much drama. Or the other option would be, and I don't actually, do you know what? I don't know why I'm not thinking of this option. The other option would be is to delete this monstrosity that I've just created. Because if we're trying to intertwine the kind of current angles and runs of this area, this road could technically continue in that direction, and then we get it to run in here. So where does the bend kind of meet for this? An 18. So if I did an 8, and then we're looking at a 10, which at the minute is a 10 by 8. But if I get rid of a little bit more of that, but then again, that's if I want it to bend. What if I just want this to go also straight up? And then we just had this connecting like this. How much further does it continue? Would it be so silly to get it to bend there? For what is this? 5 by 4. 5 by 5. Now that's one way to have it all intertwined and connected here. So the roads, because I don't block off with the train line what's going on there. I don't block it off. So I could run this up to keep my parallelness on the go. So run it up a bit further to just get away from the grids. It's still doing it, isn't it? There we go. So I keep my parallelness on the go there. And then I wouldn't want to keep it here because the crisscross that's now happening there is going to be a little bit off-putting. I could do another one going up here, but then is that too off-putting with these? Or do I then make these merge into the one that kind of cuts across? You know what I mean? It's a lot of roads to crisscross there as it all changes. I kind of like the idea of it, but it will allow me, one of these will, to run up the actual train. Because what I'm trying to lead to then is putting this sideways. And I reckon the better option would be just here. Because then it allows me to pretend to create the train yard. You know what I mean? So I came out by another 10. 5 and then a 4. And then I might actually start this one. Nah, it doesn't really matter. By a 4 like that. And then make this as if it would run down to the road go underground. There we go. We don't ultimately know how it's going to react until we actually start seeing the cargo going to and from it. So I just need to create my underground connection passage. I like the idea of this running like that. It's all of a sudden you'll flip to the opposite side without having to hit the highway. It's kind of nice. So let me just kind of then replicate the rest of this. So if I go from this side just to kind of give us a little bit of space to maneuver. Alright, bring it to there. So that's a 21. A 21. And just kind of bend you in. Just so we know we've got the connections on the go. And then use the connection tool. Which I'm hoping this will work for something like this. I always forget which is the one you've got to do to get this in. Is it the loop? It's not the loop, is it? Is it this one, the curve? Yes, it is. And is it just like that? No dramas, is there? Curved in. Probably a little bit bigger than what I would normally do. But that's everything that's kind of needed there to kind of get our little cargo area all set up. So, just for this one for now, obviously it needs a little bit of power. And we'll fast forward and let it kind of come together. So, everywhere over here that would have had to use the export area, it's one of the things. Do they drive to this when they can just hop on and drive all the way? I don't know. Coming off here, I don't know how much it's going to change of this area. But it'll be quite interesting to see. It really would. But I love this though. I just love the way we're getting all these now set up. And there's already a vehicle on the way in. So it serves this area, which will also serve this area. Because the way the roads are going to run. Worst case scenario, I get rid of this road. So it doesn't create this T-junction here. And then, I mean, they could all end there. And then we can make them go straight. So we'll play around with the ideas. But this could be something quite unique for the area, like I said. So we have a lot of issues down here right now about what's the issue we got? Where was that appearing? Not enough educated workers, which we are trying to create those smarty pants right now. They are all going to school. It will take time for them to be educated. What is unemployment like right now? It's still at 4%, so we still have room to add more people in. And I might do a little bit of high density over in this area. We've got some high density over there. I might do a little bit just there. And I've really got to then filter out with offices before I do dirty industry. So we'll create like a little bit of a buffer zone. And predominantly use this road here before it all switches over. So a little bit of high density residential. Those beachfront apartments, which are going to look really, really nice. Get more people moving in within the general area. So there is a higher population. The cruise ships are on their way in as well. Which, have they walked? Where are they going from over this side? So we've had a couple of passengers recently. Where are they walking to and from? Oh, they're walking around here to cross the road. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, we'll add a little node in. Apparently, I've broken the game. Oh, can I not do a crossing on this type of road? Oh no, I can. You just can't visually see it. Okay, fine, fair enough. That adds it all in. Does exactly what I need to do. Then never got to do that weird run, do they? No. Alright, nice. So this park, with the school alone, look how much money it's making with the students. That's great. Before anybody else goes to work. That's really good to see. Right. Get all this done. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. I like it. Quite a bit. Right, how's this area over here doing it? So I know it kind of works because we've seen a vehicle make its way in. But we are yet to see a train make its way in. We are yet to see a cargo train make its way in. So, I don't know how long we're going to have to wait for that. I don't know if one's already spawned out or spawned in. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know how long we're going to have to wait before we start seeing trains. But I'll give it a minute or two right now in case we kind of spot one. We're still playing the waiting game. I'm not really seeing any vehicles make their way in. This is all connected, isn't it? Yeah, oh, there we go. There we go. There's actually a train now going around the loop. So we'll see this make its way out. So in it appears. It's actually a full train again. Vehicles coming out. And off they go. Oh, and there's another train as well. So I don't know if that was the first one, the second one, the fourth, fifth. I don't know. But it might be now the start of seeing the imports and exports come around this area via trains. So every train is one less vehicle on the road. Am I low on power? I actually am. So another solar plant, which I'm really not liking where I've been placing these. So I do need to create like my own little kind of power plant area. But that should keep us going for some time anyway. Okay, now we're starting to see vehicles making their way over. So we know it works. We know it 100% works. Very good. Very good. So the educated issue is now slowly dying down. There's still a little bit of issue here and there, but it is slowly starting to die down. We have the entertainment level for the next level. We're just waiting for 10,000 people in the park. That's glorious. And it's slowly going to be happening. So we've got 51,000 people living in the city, which I think is crazy numbers. It really is. So we've got lots of plans that still need to get done and all set up. We still need to build a garbage plant area, a water treatment plant to kind of handle those needs. I need to also eventually finalize the loop of the highway. Because right now, to go here, you got to go all the way up and round. It might be quicker for them to just drop down here and to there. Same with the train lines as well. So it might make things so much more efficient, which is quite exciting. It really is. So we're starting to see more people using this right now. I think a train just entered because a lot of cargo vehicles on their way down, which will service this area, which for us, there's a few little commercials dotted around, which is really good to see. It will benefit this area. In terms of the public transport now with the metro line, so that line 5, you could get away with 2 more. Because that 2 more does make a huge difference. It's next to 300 passengers that can be kind of transported on one loop. What about all the other lines anyway? This one, probably a 5th one. The next one, that one's okay. Ain't gotta worry about that one. Line 3 is perfectly fine. Line 4, fine. We've just done line 5. Line 6, only 1 train on that. You know, is that? Oh, hold on. The Airport Express Metro has a capacity of 180. I've just realised this. So even though I've got 24 vehicles on this line, which I'm probably going to ruin the whole game right now by changing it, I add an extra 30 passengers on each train. Actually, it's probably going to cripple my network. But I'm going to change them all to the Airport Express Metro. So there's no point checking the others now because I've now just completely crippled the whole networks. But that will be a huge difference. I mean, that's like, with the 24 trains, times that by the additional 30 passengers per train, that's like having an extra 4 or 5 trains on the line without me having 4 or 5 trains on the line causing backlogs. Right, buses anyway. It's the same with the buses. You should go for these double-decker airport buses on each one because it really bulks up the capacity on the line. Now, like this one here, 400 buses on the one. 400 buses? I mean, 400 passengers on the line. Which that does it wonders. There's a capacity of 60. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? So there's no point checking these again because I've just now changed up a load of the buses. But I don't think it's too bad. What about the ferry lines anyway? This one that's got 2 on the go. Perfect. Line 2 could do with a 3rd one. Just to kind of help them out. And then line 3. Again, that's fine. So I don't think you need to worry too much about public transport at the moment. It's just all the other statistics we've got to get done. So next episode then, we'll 100% get the highway loop completed. Reason why that's really important is so I can access, like I said, this area over here. A lot more of it. Because this is where we're going to build an oil industry. And that's going to be very, very important to making even more cash money moolah in this isolated city. Damn, it's slowly getting there. We're slowly filling all the little nooks and crannies and getting them all set up. But like I said, it is going to take some sweet, sweet time. And I did say about a garbage plant. I might build it over here with the oil industry to kind of keep it separate away. And have a proper highway connection for it to kind of supplement this side of the island. It is going to be quite exciting. So we'll end it for here, guys. I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So...